over 112 in his 6-3 win over Stephen Bunting. 10 maximums for the Nuke. Mark Wilson alongside Laura Turner for the second semi-final. Laura, you were here as Luke Humphries came from behind. It looked like he was going to get beaten, but Rob Cross again found a, well, did he find a way not to win, or did Luke Humphries snatch it off him?
Yeah, no, I do. I actually think it was Luke Humphries finding a way to win. We've seen it so many times. Chances for Rob, but Luke just had a little bit too much.
Second semi-final then. Let's join John McDonald.
We are live on Sky Sports, and it's time to welcome back our players. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second semi-final here in Exeter. Would you please welcome back the winner of the UK Open and the US Darts Masters, a world match play champion, the Asp, Aspinall.
Nathan Aspinall bounces onto the stage. Last leg shootout win over Chris Dobey. Looking to make it back-to-back Premier League weekly finals. Small matter of Luke Littler standing in his way. Aspinall was gritty against Chris Dobey, but I'm not sure that'll get the job done tonight, Laura.
No, I do agree. I just think the way that Luke Littler played in that opening quarter-final tonight, 10 maximums, which I have been told for it in that short format, in that race to 6, is actually a record. So he's just setting those targets, and it's down to the rest of the field. But I mentioned it to you in Aspinall's first game. I wrote off Aspinall slightly against Michael van Gerwen, and he really did rally near on 100 average. He's got it in there. It's just whether Luke Littler gives him the chance for it to come out.
Well, the crowd very much behind the Asp. He's singing to the fans and to the camera up on stage as well. Luke Littler, 112 average in the quarter-final.
The winner of 11 PDC titles and 3 World Series titles. Would you please welcome the Grand Slam champion and the reigning and defending Premier League champion and the reigning champion of the world. It's Luke, the Nuke.
Well, it's quickly become one of the most recognisable walk-on songs now. A packed-out crowd and a little bit of trouble on his walk-on. Someone bars into Luke's mum on the walk-on for his opening game. Hopefully that won't happen again here. But he had a steely look in his eye when he went onto the hockey. That 112 average, 10 180s. I mean, it was the most extraordinary performance. Look, he's done bigger numbers, but just the manner of the performance and the heavyweight scoring.
Yeah, especially when you consider going into it, apparently he wasn't feeling at his brilliant best, but didn't show any signs of being under the weather when he just brushed past Stephen Bunting, who I actually think might feel a little hard done by Stephen Bunting, because he's played so much better this week and last week, but has just run into 2 very fierce competitors.
We lost the Cross in week 1, Van Gerwen week 2, Humphries week 3, Littler week 4. How's your luck? Well, Nathan Aspinall didn't get off to the greatest start. Couple of back-to-back quarter-final losses, but did make a runners-up spot last week to get his first points on the board. He's picked up another couple tonight. Tough ask for him, not got a good record against Littler. But what we know, and we say every time we see him on talkSPORT, is he will give it whatever he's got left in the tank. Elsewhere tonight, comfortable win in the Premier League. You heard it live over on talkSPORT. West Ham 2, Leicester 0. Pressure building on Ruud van Nistelrooy. Over on talkSPORT now, the Sports Bar will be having their say on that. I'm sure they're taking calls from disappointed Leicester fans. Here on talkSPORT 2, we're live with the Darts Premier League action all the way here. Second semi-final to go and the final. Luke Humphries already through tonight, looking for a second weekly win of the Premier League, just 4 weeks in. He's been in 3 finals already. That's some record from the world number 1. Nicholson and Laura Turner bringing you all the action. Looks like there's only one outcome, but as a friend of yours and I says regular, any outcome is possible when it comes to sport, so you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and as I said before, you know, Nathan Aspinall, he has got those levels. We know what he can do. He's won the UK Open. He's one of those players that knows how to perform on the stage. It's just, to me, what version of Luke Littler turns up. And that is his first maximum already, and we're only in the second throw of the first leg. Yeah,
ominous signs for Aspinall. Not a bad response though.
Yeah, Littler back in the treble 20. A bit of a deflection on the second, so switches but finds the treble 17. Leaves himself on 130 after just 9.
If you're watching along on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, welcome along. Please like and subscribe, as a 130 needs double 5. Just another leg for Luke Littler. A maximum and a 130 out. The size of the Aspinall challenge just gets a little bit bigger. 1-0, race to 6.
So effective, and there really wasn't very much Nathan Aspinall could have done in that situation. But Littler starting off as he finished against Stephen Bunting.
100. It was great to watch. We've seen some truly fantastic games of darts tonight. A few last leg deciders, a few big averages, some big finishing, and some heavyweight scoring.
100.
More sport coming live tomorrow on the talkSPORT network. Double header from the FA Cup and the Championship. Villa take on Cardiff live on talkSPORT 8 o'clock. Hughes and Croft, Alex Crook and the former Villa captain Andy Townsend. And on talkSPORT 2 Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland. Sunderland had a bit of a blip the last week or so. This fella's not had a blip, has he? Luke Littler, another maximum. He's down to 1-2-1 against the throw.
Tom Nicholson did say when he was talking to you early on tonight, the venue record here in terms of averages was set by Peter Wright, which is around about the 119 mark. The way Luke Littler is playing at the moment, it wouldn't surprise me if he beats it.
No, I thought he was daft, Nico, when he said it, but he's looking quite a wise man at the minute. Down the tops against the Aspinall throws. Aspinall's on 176. Now he's in the red bit. There's nothing he can do here. All he can do is hope to get another treble to leave a 1 dart out, which he does. That's a really good last dart. He's down to double 18, but Littler on tops. Well, if he doesn't get this, he normally gets that. Double 10 he gets, and he leads 2-0.
It's like you've seen him play before.
It's almost like we know what's going to happen.
It does feel slightly inevitable at the moment. The way that Luke is throwing, he just looks so focused as well. I've seen at times at the Premier League where he just seems to lose his focus. Tonight seems very switched on to the task in hand.
Yeah, as back comes Asp. You got to admire Aspinall. Like I said, he might not be at the peak of his powers at the minute, but he keeps on turning up, he keeps on digging in.
134.
But it might not be enough against Littler, who's on the rampage here. Down to 2-3-3. Aspinall 82 from 3-2-1. So he's not out of the leg by any stretch, but Littler does have the advantage. He's looking at 19s, and he gets 7 of them to leave himself a straight ton for a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, again, just exceptional setup play, all pressure on Nathan Aspinall, who's throwing so much at Luke Littler, but just not getting a chance. And that score comes up trebleless, so Littler afforded 6 darts at least for this score.
Yeah, might only need 2. Treble, double. There you go, 3-0. Has he got a bus to catch?
He just wants to get to the UK Open, obviously. He's in a rush to get to Minehead. But there, if you look, the averages at the moment, we're 3 legs in, and he's averaging over 120, Luke Littler. Aspinall himself averaging just over 101, which is, by anyone's standard, very, very good, but just not enough to cope with Littler.
I think you could give Nathan Aspinall an extra dart, and I'm not sure I'd be backing him here. Would you?
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just exceptional.
He's not really done anything wrong. Apart from the fact that he was in the same half of the draw as Luke Littler, but I'm not sure that's his fault. This is incredible. We're watching a different... Is this the same sport you play?
I don't play it like that. I wish I could. I don't think there's many people that play this sport quite like Luke Littler is tonight.
That's Nico that earlier. He said the same thing. Well, he hasn't left the finish, which say it's an error. He hit 100 to leave 180. Aspinall's on 186. So if Aspinall here can get a decent visit, does need a treble though, you feel.
42.
Doesn't get one and hits single three with his last dart. So Littler will feel he's got 6 darts at this 180. 135 to leave 55. 45 even, my bad.
Chance for Aspinall. Outside chance, 144 required. And you feel these are the chances that have to go, but pulls it low, can't find the treble 20, does find treble 18. And it's great set-up play once again, but you've got Luke Littler sat there on 45.
Yeah, 5 for tops, for double 10. Ooh, now then, 2 missed darts, so finally Aspinall gets a chance.
And there's a real grimace, real determination on the face of Nathan Aspinall. Just outside, on the wire, double 8 still the target. And this time double 8 does go, Aspinall does chalk one up on the board.
Fair play Aspinall there, the setup was a good one. And he makes hay, but back comes Littler with another maximum.
I don't think Luke Littler needed firing up anymore then. I think he's disappointed by losing the leg, but kicks us off with a 180 back in the treble again. Can't find a 5th maximum, but does find a 6th.
Yeah, that last start was almost just thrown in as a... Well, just because he could, really. No other reason. Aspinall warms himself up, but he's on 344. Littler's on 181. Right below the wire. Oh, look at that. 3. Couldn't have been any closer.
Yeah, 3 very well thrown darts by Luke Littler, but just all sat under the treble 20. But Aspinall nowhere to be seen, back on 344 with Littler sat on a 121.
Yeah, for as valuable as that 4th leg was, it was only a hold of throw, and he's nowhere near here. And Littler on 121. Well, they went for treble 7 to leave tops. It's 81 to leave tops, and he'll be back because Aspinall is well, he's nearer Minehead than Littler at the minute in this leg.
A visit of a ton there, but it's Littler with tops just low, double 10. And once again, as predicted, double 10, plumb in the middle. Littler leads 4 legs to 1.
Race to 6. Luke Humphries waits in the final. Humphries lost to Littler in the final in Glasgow in week 2. So a bit of a revenge match potentially in the offing. We shouldn't write off Nathan Aspinall yet, but he's up against it here, that is for sure.
Averages still well in excess of 114 for Luke Littler. Aspinall still around that ton mark. As we said, he's not doing a great deal wrong. It's just the level that Littler is playing at as he finds another 140.
Yeah. If your opponent is averaging 115 and he's got the throw in the odd numbers legs, you are struggling. Credit to him, he's sticking in it. A rare loose visit for Littler. Is this a little bit of a flat spot? He has been known to have the odd leg off. Trying to give himself a talking to.
Yeah, and it's a real opportunity. Nathan Aspinall, 80 points so far, finds a treble 20 with the 3rd. 140 leaves him on tops. And you just feel when Nathan Aspinall does come back to the hockey, again, it's another leg he's going to have to take.
Well, Littler's on tops as well, but Aspinall first in. This to reduce it to 4-2, race to 6. 10s as he comes inside and outside. 1 dart, this is a massive dart. Massive. Well, he's nowhere near, he's hit double 6. Wasn't even in the camera shot. So Littler to go within 1 needs tops himself. Now he needs 2 10s. Still needs 2 10s. And he's bust his score. He went in a double 15, so Aspinall a lifeline.
Yeah, absolutely. One went north, one went south. Both had the same target, but it's now double 4 for Nathan Aspinall. He's taking his time. Inside, so double 2. Double 2, plumb in the middle of the bed, and a cheeky kind of poking out of the tongue there from Nathan Aspinall as he knows he got away with one.
Yeah, he did. But Littler will be ruining those missed darts. Still 2 legs away. Can the Asp find a breaker throw here? 4 180s to Littler, the 1 to Aspinall, and only 60 for Aspie. He's running out of time.
Yeah, absolutely. These are short formats. The players are used to doing it at Pro Tour, but on these televised events, they're normally a lot longer. And as you mentioned, time will run out very, very quickly.
Looks for cover, finds it twice, Aspinall. He's not out of this game yet. If he could get a break here, this would be some kind of effort. Littler's still not on a finish. On 207, he's 100 in front.
2 treble visit here from Aspinall. First one above the treble 20, can't find the treble 20 with the second, and switches to 19s and comes up trebleless. So much potential in that opportunity, but couldn't find a big treble.
102.
105 left for Littler, who will be back. Aspinall, though, is going to be breathing down his neck. Second maximum, he's down to 68. This is a big visit.
25 is found, so 80 the target, goes tops, finds the first, finds the second, 105 with a tops finish, and all Nathan Aspinall can do in the background is just smile and laugh to himself. Tops hasn't been his friend Luke Littler in this particular match. He's had to rely on the cover over with the double 10, but that was very
He's
good.
laughing, isn't he, Aspinall? I think if that's down the local pub, I dare say he might have said a naughty word at that point, but he knew the camera was on him and he smiled. Well, inside his mind was turning blue, I'm sure. 5-2, race to 6. Sometimes you just got to smile.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you've just got to admire, dart players at this level especially, you've got to admire when someone is just playing as well as Luke is, because as we said before, Aspinall's not doing a great deal wrong, but Luke Littler's doing a lot right.
And the sad fact is, if you're the opponent stood at the end of the hockey, you knew that second one was going in, didn't you? It wasn't like, oh, I hope he missed it. You just knew it was going in. 5-2, race to 6. Humphries waits in the final.
Yeah, as they say, it is the hope that kills you when you stood at the back of that. When you stood at the back there, I've been there many a time before. Luke Littler finds yet another maximum to leave 81 for the match.
Well, I'm not sure Nathan Aspinall has done a great deal wrong here, but he has been absolutely obliterated thus far. Bullseye to win it on 81, and he hits the bullseye to win it. Another outstanding performance from Luke Littler, who continues his dominance against his mate Nathan Aspinall. It's the smiles all round, but it's the smiling assassin. Another huge average for Luke the Nuke. He is through to take on Cool Hand Luke in the final in Exeter. Laura Turner, that was special.
Honestly, we do run out of superlatives for Luke Littler. He's obviously kicked us off with a 112 average. He's backed it up with just under a 110 and a 6-2 victory over Nathan Aspinall, who was averaging around a ton for most of that match himself. Had to settle for a 95 in the end, but brilliant performance from both. But what more can you say about Luke Littler?
Is he going to win?
He's put himself. If he carries on like that, he's gonna put himself in very good stead. But Luke Humphries is a different kettle of fish. He knows how to respond. He hasn't been pushed quite so much not in terms of the levels. This could be the best match of the evening.
Yeah, it's been a very special night as ever. Laura, thank you for your company. Well, when are you back? Do you know when you're back in with us? I've asked you a question, you don't know the answer, do you?
I think 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll go for 2 weeks. That's always, no one will remember what you said next week anyway. Thank you to Laura Turner, PDC Darts star, with us again in a couple of weeks here on talkSPORT. What a final, blockbuster final tonight. Another ton plus average, nearing 110. He's averaging over 110 for the night, Luke Littler. But standing in his way, it's the world #1 Luke Humphries. Final is up next from Exeter. Premier League Darts live on talkSPORT 2. And it will be in the final, Humphries against Littler, after Littler has beat Nathan Aspinall by 6 legs to 2. When it comes to the Darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing you off your game. That's where NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro steps up to the hockey. Think of it as your personal referee, keeping dodgy websites, malware and phishing scams from sneaking into your setup. It even blocks those pesky ads so you don't get distracted mid-leg. Go to nordvpn.com/dartsvpn and get 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal as well. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Good luck with that, and good luck to Luke Humphries and Luke the Nuke Littler. They will meet in the Premier League of Darts final in Exeter. That's coming up on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel next.